Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to a wonderful Center College Valorant match. This is the fourth match of the Peach Belt Conference season. Center is starting here playing against Lander University. Center so far undefeated in the Peach Belt Conference, but when we take into account some of the ranks of opponents, we've sort of been given a slightly easier season to start. This here is the first uphill battle. Lander is ranked just right above us on the Peach Belt Conference rank index. So hopefully we are going to see a nice competitive match here between these two programs. We will see Center running with $19 on the Yoru, Whisper on the Raze, Claro on the Jet, Clippy on Clove, and Bill Clinton on the Chamber. Looks like we're seeing some of Lander come in through Hookah here. Bill Clinton might engage here down main, or rather meet this engagement as they start to come in. Gets a little forced out, a lot of fresh pressure there from the flash. Fortunately, Claro going down, Clippy going down as well. It's just Bill Clinton left on this point, but we're going to start seeing $19 come in to Hookah from the teleporter. Whisper not far behind. Bill Clinton getting a great pick. This could start to even things out as two of Center able to come into this point here. Whisper unfortunately getting hit by that breach utility. It's just $19 and Bill Clinton both alive and both on site here. Bill Clinton tapping the bomb here, starting to defuse. It's just a 1v1. Unfortunately having to reload, but that is going to be $19 able to take it. Going to be kind of a close call here on the bomb. Looks like just barely. Oh my God, and he takes it. So that's a round one pistol round win for Center College here. Looked like that was not the direction it was going for a little bit here. So big props to $19 and Bill Clinton there doing what they need to do to even that up and then eventually take it home. We will see Lander maybe look to go A site this time around with two of them over on B, maybe going to look to make some noise over on B site first, and then come in on A. Not quite sure yet. Whisper will be there to meet them in garage, or showers rather. It's not a garage. There's too many maps in this game. Shooting at nothing so far. Unfortunately, Clippy going down early. $19 here with the Bucky. Maybe going to be able to make something happen. Some of that Tejo utility coming off. It's a great shot, evening things up for Center College. We do see the plants start to come out here for Lander. $19 able to take yet another pick, which could be good for Center College. But of course, the bomb has gone down. It's now Center needing to make some things happen. Unfortunately, Bill Clinton getting shot with that Bucky there in lamps. Great pick from Whisper here, who seems to have a rifle pretty early on in this. It's just Claro, but only needs to get one nice shot. Nice headshot from Claro here, clearing out that Tejo. Very little help left on Claro. If that was not, you know, that perfect head tap, it might not have gone Center's way. But Center now up with a 2-0 lead with some incredibly close rounds, ones that seemed not in Center's favor during parts of them. Generally, econ-wise, this would be the round that Lander is going to start to be able to afford those rifles, and we do start to see that come out. A lot of rifles there. Everyone's got a rifle. And Center College, not quite with the same level of utility yet, so definitely favored for Lander here in terms of just the guns. But we've seen what Center College can do with some of these Buckies. Looks like they are going down A short. Taking their time. They've got some flashes here, so they might wait to use that. Excellent grenade here from Whisper. Not sure if it gets a whole lot of damage, but wouldn't surprise me if it got a little bit. Tries to go up top here, doesn't quite happen. Gonna let $19 engage into this room here, narrowly avoiding some of that damage from the breach utility. Fortunately, two of Center falling. It's Clippy and $19 dead. Clara with another excellent shot on this Sheriff here. 3 to 4. Bomb is down. Let's see if Center is going to have the opportunity to start tapping on this bomb. Bill Clinton halves it. An excellent shot from Claro once again, but it's just Whisper left alive. Bomb is halved. They do not necessarily know that. Unfortunately, Whisper falling to LU Brad on the side of Lander. I suppose the LU stands for Lander. Do they all have that? They do. That's so cute. Well, I'll just omit the LU part because it's not special. They all have it. Looks like we're probably going to see a B push here from most of the folks here for Lander. Maybe even looking to go straight into Hookah. We are going to see Claro here to meet them. That utility doesn't quite hit Claro where he's positioned. We've seen some go through the teleporter. $19 and Whisper. Unfortunately, $19 falling early in that. Could have a good crossfire here between Whisper and Claro. Doesn't look like they know about Whisper. Definitely know that Claro's there, though. So this could be huge for Whisper to maybe get some picks, but ooh, we're starting to see some shots come out. Perhaps they know it. Claro throwing a smoke down to try and get Whisper into Hookah safely. Still not sure where they are going to ultimately engage. It looks like starting to rotate over to A site here. Just Clippy holding it down, but center able to rotate with Claro and Bill Clinton pretty quickly, taking a little bit of damage here in lamps. Claro is smoked off up top here. Gonna maybe peek just the tip of his rifle out here, see if he can find someone. Unfortunately, Whisper getting taken out in showers. It's just 3 left alive for Center College. And not a great round as they're invested quite a lot into these rifles. And we're certainly hoping to be able to hold on to them. But, you know, don't speak now. Claro able to get 2. Shooting behind the box to maybe get a 3rd. We're getting to the point where, you know, bomb down could start to be a problem in here. Really tricky looking dash there. Doesn't necessarily know where the Tejo is, and the Tejo is able to peek while Claro is distracted with this raise. That is going to tie things up 2-2 and put Center in kind of a rough spot in terms of econ here. But of course, Center often choosing even on a full buy to run some, you know, unconventional guns like the Bucky. So perhaps it's not such a problem.
Let's turn off the pressure.
$19 hanging around this corner here. We've seen a lot of flashes come out very early from Lander so far, so not sure if they're going to be able to
Off your feet!
prevent $19 from getting value in the spot. It looked like some pretty clean shots, but you know, sometimes the Bucky giveth, sometimes the Bucky taketh away. Doesn't quite get the, you know, thresholds there for a pick. Bill Clinton now here in lamps. Doesn't necessarily know how scary of a task this is. Does not know they're there on the right part of lamps here. Claro has popped alt, but you know, dashes right into 2 of them. Not much he can do. That is going to see the lead go over to Lander University. Some really clean looking attacks here. And even on the rounds at Center 1, I mean, they were so hard fought. Only through like really excellent individual plays were those possible for Center to turn around. Claro up here in Hookah. A lot of utility forcing him out. Though they weren't necessarily pushing Hookah yet. Gonna see Whisper right around this corner. Yet another Bucky. See if they come in off this smoke. Looks like a ton of damage coming out from Whisper there, but again, you only really get the one the one shot with the Bucky before someone's gonna get you back. So if it doesn't go his way, it's tricky. Clippy with a 3-piece. So sorry, my camera work is horrible and I missed it. Maybe a candidate for the AL8 Play of the Week. We'll never see it. But now we're over to $19 on the Yoru using ult here. Now center up 3-2. And $19. You don't necessarily know where he is. He's in a scary spot here. One left in lamps here. Center doesn't necessarily know that's where he is, but they've got the bodies to start looking for a defuse here. And Clippy popping ult here to have a second life at this. See the Tejo popping his ult to try and get some damage down on the people defusing. Center hoping to get at least half here. And it looks like they're definitely going to be able to take it. Bill Clinton starting the defuse there, and $19 being there to get the pick as the Tejo needs to peek out there. Once again, looking like we're going to have a B push here. $19 looking to take this incredibly aggressively. Does hit the flash, but it doesn't necessarily turn into a pick for Center College here. And very unfortunate Whisper falling pretty early in this fight. But $19, wish I didn't swap off him on the camera. Gets some great tags here and has now teleported over to A somehow.
Time to jump.
He's pretty crazy with these TPs. I don't know how he does it. But it looks like most of the presence from Lander is still over here on B site as of now. But we are seeing a rotation start to come out here. Tejo and Rays starting to walk over to A. Clippy likely the first one to meet them here. Gets a great pick. And not sure now. Center College does not know where they're going to send this bomb. It looks like the rest of Center College is joining to go over to A, but that's not where they're at. I spoke too soon, and instantly as I say that, they take the teleporter. Of course, ult being popped here, so they know that Center has presence on A site here, thanks to that Cypher ultimate. And it looks like they are going to take the one with the spike over to B site. And that's really, really good for Center College here. For Clara to be able to rotate there so quickly. They thought they were, fine to just walk onto site with that. Looks like we're just going to see them save here. There's really no chance for them to kill all of Center and really no chance for them to get all the way over to B site. So that's just going to go right on down to 0 seconds here for a win for Center College. Now up 4-3 these last couple rounds going in Center's favor. We see a timeout here come out for Lander. Some really even fights so far. Looking at some of Lander's comp, they've got Tejo, Cypher, Breach, Brimstone, and Rays. A lot of orange in the color scheme. Very, very orange. All right, action is resuming here. We'll see what the fruits of that discussion for Lander end up being. What is the strategy? What is the adjustment here? Right now, they're sitting right in the middle here, so maybe a split push, but maybe it looks like they're going short on A. Center pretty heavily stacked on A here, though. It looks like they might be going out here aggressively. This could be a lot of stuff going on in this first couple of seconds here. Both teams in here. $19 picking up a very early 3-piece makes it a 4-piece. Potentially Ace here doesn't necessarily know where this Cypher is. Of course, he is over here on B site. I do not envy this Cypher right now. Not where you want to be. Cypher may be able to get a pick onto Whisper here. That looks like who's looking at him right now. And it does happen. $19 going to come on here. And he picks up the ace. That is an ace. 5K. All members of Lander destroyed here by $19. And after the timeout, too. Whatever they planned for in that timeout, it was not that all of Center College would rush right through a short. Really some huge aggression here for Center College, and $19 in particular. Looks like they're opting to look at Hookah here, maybe onto B site. Claro here up in Hookah to try and meet this is starting to cross over to the box, has dash here. But as that runs out, could be scary. Gets some great shots. Just seeing like a shoulder peek out. You know, a single fingernail from Lander University here, peeking out from there, and Claro knowing to follow up on it. Was going to put Center in kind of a tricky spot there to not have that dash. $19 with the clone kind of peeked up here. Looking around this corner and flashing. Sees all of them. One left. That's a 4K for $19. Two massive rounds for $19 in a row. And it's just incredible aggression from Center College that's been successful the last couple rounds. And even though it's $19 picking up a lot of the kills, it's the utility from Center College too to kind of enable him. Seeing another A push here. See that Raze ult come out. Could put Bill Clinton especially in kind of a rough spot, but he takes her out before she gets a chance to shoot it. Whisper with a shot on the op. No longer has line of sight on anyone to hit with it, though. Little bit of a sentinel battle here. Not a sentinel battle, rather. Clove is not a sentinel. I'm so tired, folks. I'm going to make mistakes. Ooh, but the picks start coming out, and it seems like they're hitting Center. Now 3-2 here. Whisper still has the op. And as powerful of a weapon as it is, can be a little bit situational. Some of these, you know, end of round scenarios can be pretty tricky to have op. Especially when Center doesn't necessarily know where they're at. They're being very quiet, Lander. So $19 over here on A site to see if they go here. Whisper able to pick up the Vandal here, knowing that gives them a little bit more flexibility into some of these fights. Of course, they are on B site, but Whisper doesn't know that necessarily. They've been so incredibly quiet. And we're seeing that plant come out. It's going to be on to B site.
Spike planted.
And $19 and Whisper going to have to make something happen here. There's a smoke from Clippy from beyond the grave. But a really impactful molly here up into Hookah. Aggressing right onto here. Unfortunately, Whisper falling here. And $19 now has to win the 2v1.
One enemy remaining.
Or 1v1. Making this look a lot more possible. Probably going to tap Spike here. Force him to come out here. Oh, unfortunately just barely missing that shot, and that's going to be Skiza from Lander University picking up a 4K. It's going to leave things at 6-4 right now. Only a couple more rounds till we'll see things swap over defense and attack. Of course, this was Center's map pick, but Lander selected the side. We're going to see an aggressive ult here from $19. Gets a lot of intel for the team. Maybe be able to aggress into this, knowing their positions. Claro taking a lot of space. Unfortunately, Whisper falling. Clippy able to even some things back up, though. Clippy falling himself. It looks like they're all here on A short, but it's just Claro left on this site. They know where he's at. It's the drone from Tejo. $19 with some TPs and things, able to get over to a site pretty quickly. But of course is smoked off right now as they are planning. Claro with a great shot. Now 3-3. Much more winnable as center attempts the retake here. As I say that, though, it's now just Bill Clinton left. Bill Clinton only has 30 health. Pretty much anything is going to take him out here. Thankfully, Tejo on the side of Lander also pretty low here. So not necessarily impossible, but a tricky spot to be when you don't know the exact locations of these opponents, and there's two of them. I'm going to look to tap bomb, but I mean, they could just spam right down that smoke, and it could be a huge problem for Center College here. We're going to kind of take the aggression here and just knowing that he needs to secure at least one of these picks here to have a chance. Doesn't quite go his way, but still well played from Center College here. Things are looking pretty even. Center still in the lead just a little bit, but this is the last round in the half before things swap over. People can buy as much as they want here. We're going to see two ops coming out for Center College here. Jet and Chamber, Bill Clinton and Claro with the op here. Again, no problem losing those if we lose this round, as it is the last one in the half. Does look like we're going to have some people come in short. Unfortunately, Bill Clinton missing the there. His corpse gets launched up into the air with the breach ult here. Clippy with a great 2 picks and able to pop ult here. Potentially has the opportunity to come back in the battle with a pick, but then takes so much damage from the nade. Still a useful ult to use to just get a little bit of pressure here, but now it's just down to Claro with the op. Very similar spot to where Center was in last round. Walking in here with the knife out. Can't quite clear that corner with a knife. But not that the operator would have been a whole lot better. I think Claro was actually looking to go ahead and change guns in there. Didn't know that raise would be right around the corner. Side swap now, Lander on the defense. Center with a pretty aggressive comp. We'll see if that's going to serve them well on offense here. Claro and Whisper going up on into Hookah. Now $19 instantly on the site here. Whisper is going to come as well. Maybe would have been helpful if they came at the exact right time, but a little bit offset from one another. Now it's just Bill Clinton left alive. Was an aggressive entry from Center College, but the gun duels didn't quite go their way. It's now Bill Clinton planting bomb here, but only has 36 health left. Now gets a nice ult point here for planting spike, I believe. But essentially gonna have to pull out 4 more kills here to win this, most likely, and that is a tall task. For just a lone former president. It's a couple opening tags here as they start planting, but doesn't even necessarily have the penetration from the bullets to be able to take out someone on the spike here from his vantage point. So not where you want to be for Center College here, but Still well played from Bill Clinton here. First little pistol round here going over to Lander. That's going to give them some access to better guns in terms of their money. Center's still running Buckies and Classics and a Sheriff here. We'll see if that's actually what they stay with or not. $19 with that oh so expensive Bucky.
Time to jump.
TP starting to clear lamps here. Make some contact, but not at quite a good angle to make full use of that Bucky yet.
Spike dropped.
Taking some damage from that util there. $15 only has 50 health left. Of course, really only needs to hit one Bucky shot to get full value.
Spike down A. Last player standing. Flawless.
Center not getting more than a little bit of damage in these fights here. But of course, most of the members of Center College playing with Classics here into some pretty scary guns. But unfortunate to not pick up even a couple picks or something. Try and even things out, slow down the momentum for Lander. Center is able to afford some rifles here, as well as a Judge. Perhaps a Bucky for Whisper here. A little bit indecisive here. We'll see what $19 runs. Looks like going for a Stinger. So Center a little offset here in terms of their buys. Not able to fully afford rifles. Or maybe not wanting to. Whisper is seen. $19 dying early in this fight.
You lose.
Drop in a smoke.
Just Clippy and Claro left alive here.
Refreshing.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
And Lost Soul here finishing things off and cementing a pretty big lead here for Lander University. Now up 9-3. They have, or 9-6 rather. They've won all of the defense rounds so far. And they've got the guns as well. They've got the op and 4 rifles. 1 alt ready for their raise. Center close to having alt for, you know, Claro and Bill Clinton, but those aren't always necessarily the most impactful alts.
No charges left. Get it.
$19 with the first pick, but very, very low in terms of health. Whisper and some other members able to start getting onto site as well, but just one stray bullet is going to finish $19 off. Excellent shots with the Guardian here from Bill Clinton. There are 2 in lamps, though. They're the only ones left.
Enemy remaining.
Couple of whiffs here, but Claro able to clean things up. See if Clippy is going to walk on into lamps to try and get a good angle on him. $19 just needing to stay alive to keep that pressure up. And Clippy able to take things out. Take out Brad from Lander. That's going to be their first win on the offense here for Center.
Brain cells figuring them out. Overthinking is just as bad as underthinking.
Looks like center going B long here, perhaps with the exception of Whisper. Going to make some presence here on Hookah. We have off available here for Bill Clinton with his ult. We're going to see how much value we can get out of this. Fortunately, running into the tripwire here. Center going to be able to get the plant off. One here from CT here. Clippy going to go and look and fight that. It gets taken out by the Bucky. Bill Clinton does not necessarily know that there's two guys looking to come up behind him. It is the 3-2-2. Claro having to take a little bit of damage due to the molly. Still playing on site. Again, I don't think Bill Clinton necessarily knows about the people behind him. I guess he does now. Some of those footsteps here. Folks of Lander are coming in. A scary spot to be Claro. Gets some great damage there with the Stinger. Looked certainly possible if one extra bullet hit there. Would have been just one pick away from securing this. But that is going to go to Lander. Another pretty close round here. Looks like center looking to go B again.
Get out of my way!
Ooh, massive damage coming out here. We are seeing some trades on both sides, but it is a 2v3 now. Looks like Clippy going to be able to pick up Spike here. Unfortunately, Whisper falling there. It's just Clippy left alive. Probably going to be able to get Spike down on A, no problem, but it's a lot to ask for Clippy to finish this off. Maybe could find... opting not to plant it. And then going A site of all places. Doesn't necessarily know that they've both stayed on site here. Just sort of baiting the idea of planting here. They flash, but they don't walk through. Really some crazy mind games here from both sides. Clippy with only 20 health, though, in a really, really scary spot. A lot of utility coming out, but Clippy's got them both so weak. One shot through this wall, though, could be enough to finish things off, and we do see just that one shot needed come out. But, man, Clippy made that a lot closer than I certainly expected it to end up being. Really, really interesting round there. It's going to be Lander up 11 into centers 7. Guess I could have said 7-Eleven like the gas station. See center aggressing onto A here. Maybe starting a little bit slower than they have some of these other ones. Knowing maybe there's some util they want to get out before they enter. Claro hanging back on A. The rest of center starting to move over to B site. Not actually quite sure what center is doing here. Looks like they're walking back over to A, but they didn't necessarily make any noise on B. So they've not baited anyone to start rotating by any means. Looks like they're able to aggress here onto A site. Fortunately, Clippy not quite able to peek that corner here. Going to be a 3K here for the breach on the side of Lander. That is Lost Soul. This is now match point for Lander University. They only need one more round to win with 7-12. Center has one ult available. If Clippy does some cool stuff this round, might even have two. But 3 ults available here for Lander, and they're certainly looking to end it here. $19 clearing out Hookah here. The rest of Center walking fairly fast up into Long here. All right, starting to aggress onto site. Teho ult coming out onto the middle of site, or that's not Teho, so that's Brimstone. Whisper with a massive ultimate kill here. Actually picks up a 4K, just one left. $19 doing a little body block and maybe allowing this ace to come out. Doesn't quite happen, but we'll see if some teammates can avenge him. Hit quite a lot here. This is a difficult spot to be for this breach here for Lander. Of course, bomb is already down. And Bill Clinton able to pick up the final hit on that as bomb starts to get pretty close to blowing there. Center looking to run rifles here. Looks like we're going to be able to full buy for both teams if they so choose. But not quite what we're seeing out from Lander, opting for some of those slightly cheaper rifles. Center on A site, $19 with a great early pick. Bill Clinton unfortunately having to TP back out of here. Hitting all sorts of utility in this. But $19 able to hold his own. And push up pretty aggressively. That is a 3-piece for him. One left here in showers. Clippy looking to peek that and picks it up. 9-12 for Center College. Momentum starting to swing back in their favor, but of course, any mistake could cost them here. It's still match point for Lander. Like Center once again looking for an aggressive play on short here. Hit by a whole lot of utility, but Clippy able to walk right on in. Maybe going to look to clear out lamps here. At least doing enough pressure that lamps are sort of clearing themselves in a way.
Who's next?
Picks are pretty even. A lot of great damage onto the Tejo as well, though. $19 popping ult. Getting all sorts of excellent intel for the team to follow up on. They essentially know where they're at as long as the comms are good. Unfortunately, $19 getting taken out, but Center knows they're heaven. Ooh, that Tejo with 5 health, able to gun down Clippy, and actually gun down Clippy yet a second time as Clippy popping ult here. It's just Bill Clinton and Jet, Claro on the Jet. Able to get that great pick. Hugely impactful. All that damage that came out earlier in the game from Clippy, from $19, making it a lot easier for the rest of Center's teammates to finish it off in that end game there. Now 10-12. Center is closer to evening this up. Yeah, once again, still at match point for Lander. Center with no ults available right at the start of the round. Bill Clinton could have his halfway through, but not necessarily the type of ult that tends to get used that way.
Dropping smokes.
They're flashing and pushing onto site, peeking around this corner. Clippy able to get that corner cleared. And they are all coming here from CT. 3 left alive for Lander. I think Center has a generally good idea of where they're at. The ultimate comes out, putting some of Center in kind of a tricky spot, especially $19 there around that corner. But Clippy able to finish things off. Bill Clinton with some shots through a wall as well. Really great aggression from Center College here, and then they know where the rest of Lander is located. So much so that we're actually going to see the timeout here. Oh, a timeout come out from Lander. Even though they're at match point, it's the momentum has kind of shifted into Center's favor, so they're maybe looking for this opportunity to disrupt that. Of course, great thing about a timeout, Center getting an opportunity to talk as well. $15 left on this timeout. We'll see what both teams have been cooking up for what could be a pretty tense, exciting conclusion to this map number 1 here on Bind. Seeing them heavily stack here on A site. Center maybe still figuring out where they want to go. Center playing to tie it up and force overtime.
You want to play? Let's play.
Lander playing to win. Claro expecting perhaps an aggressive push here into showers. It hasn't quite happened yet, but it might. Sees a footstep here. Ooh, no, not able to dash out. $19 coming through the TP here. We have another op left here. It's Bill Clinton, but of course he's staring down perhaps a lot more than he'd like to in this showers area with one in TP. Center with 3 left alive. Not a lick of damage, I don't believe, on anyone from Lander. Great pick from Whisper here. Able to pop ult, gets another pick with the ult, but it's just Whisper left alive here. He's going to need to take out 3. The spike is already down, so he's got to do it now. Doesn't quite happen. That's going to be the defuse coming out, and that will be a win. Game number 1 on Vine for Lander University.
Defenders win.
Very, very close one here. There were parts this that looked really strongly in favor of Lander, and others where Center did a great job of starting to bring it back there on the second half of their offense. The scoreboard here, we see $19 leading in terms of average combat score and kills, but pretty even stat lines between these two teams for the most part. We'll see you in just a moment for map number 2. Alrighty, folks, we are back, and we are on split this time after the world's longest potty break. We're going to see a pretty similar comp coming out here for Center College, but with Claro swapping from Jet over to Cypher here. So Center having a two proper Sentinels here. The Initiators, never heard of them. Who needs them? See Lander starting out this pistol round, maybe looking to go B, maybe looking to go A. Looks like they haven't quite made up their minds. Center has $19 in Clippy holding up here on A site. Up in heaven specifically. $19 actually jumping down. And that does look like that's what's going to happen here is a run onto A. See what happens. Clippy spotting some. I'm going to go ahead and back out of this. Get some smokes up. $19. Hopefully going to be able to get a pick or two in this cheeky spot, but definitely not a spot built to last. A little bit of a suicide mission here. Center now without $19 as the spike starts to go down, but it's 4-4. Still totally doable for either team. Whisper with an excellent shot here. Cypher low as well. Additional picks come out for Center College. It's just the Astra left, but now it's Astra versus Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton shooting a little bit of a shot here means that Lander knows where Center is. It's going to be Brad from Lander University. A lot of backs and forths in that fight there. Of course, such is the way of pistol round. This is going to give Lander an opportunity to buy slightly better guns than what Center is able to buy. Center, $19 opting for a Bucky. Rest of Center still holding on to those classics at the low price of free. Does look like they're going A again, but they're doing so quite slowly. $19 starting to pick up orb, maybe just to bait them into fighting him here. Interesting spot for these raises. Maybe not expecting to meet each other on the ledge of the building. Unfortunately, Bill Clinton, Clippy, and $19 all falling here. Center has a pick and some great damage onto the breach, but it's a lot to ask for some classics wielding folks up in heaven here. Claro is able to get himself a pick and hopefully able to pick up a rifle here. This is a Bulldog, only has 7 bullets in it. Might not be enough to get all of these picks, but of course makes a little bit of sound to reload it. Claro stuck in a really tricky spot here. People on all sides of him. The smoke from Clippy coming out, pretty useful. I'm able to start pushing onto site there, but you know, Lander just in every possible angle from Claro there. Not even necessarily peeking him, but still putting so much pressure. Looks like we're actually going to see Lander come on over to B site this go at it. Looks like they might go by way of mid. Bill Clinton and $19 are going to be here to meet a mid push if it happens. Doesn't quite look like it's happening yet. At the very least, they've got some tools to... never mind. $19 taking a great pick right down mid. Bill Clinton is smoked off right now. Oh, what a crazy flick there from Skiza. Bill Clinton certainly looked like he had that in the bag there.
Cutting through.
$19 up in heaven here, able to get a pick, put center in the lead in terms of numbers here. Skiza now around this left corner. $19 not necessarily wanting to have to push into this. Both players playing very cautious. Oh, so close, nearly takes him out. It's going to be Skiza winning that particular duel. Now it looks like they are up into heaven and starting to push into B site. Claro likely to be the first to meet them, having to run through this hallway, but not in a great spot. They've got a high-low type of thing going on there. Two people able to look at Claro as he comes in. Whisper, though, able to punish a little bit of the aggression here. And center starting to defuse. Looks like they're just faking it as Clippy then walks around the pillar there, finishes things off. That's going to be center with their first round win of map number 2 here on Split. Pretty similar to the first map in terms of just how close a lot of these fights are. All right, we will see Lander, massive presence on A. Let's see if they'll opt to go down main or heaven. Looks like they are starting to come up heaven here. Bill Clinton and Clippy up here to engage. $19 as well in alt form, though. Getting some great intel, but center already down 2, now 3. Might not get all the value of this alt that he'd like. Claro able to finish off what $19 started here with the Sheriff. Location revealed due to that Tejo drone. Knows there's some in heaven at least, or rather just one in heaven. Two kind of holding down main here. Not sure if he's able to cross safely. Looks like just barely makes it. Able to get a nice pick here, evening things up little by little. If he can, you know, force one of these engagements to be you know, in isolation and turn this into a 1v1, that could be huge. But unfortunately, having to look up to the left, can't look over to the right as Skiza peeks that and picks up a 4K. Now 1-3, Lander in the lead. Center once again, a little poor, unfortunately. Seeing an A push once again. He pushed like the U.S. history class. Shout out the College Board. I'm looking at the wrong team. I'm sorry. Not that Lander's the wrong team. If anything, they are the right team. Doing so much damage into center. Most of these rounds, that's $19 with a great pick. But not a lead for center. Brad from Lander making things in their favor. Once again, he takes out Claro, takes out $19. That's Skiza. It's just Clippy left. Has a Guardian, but this is a lot to ask. We'll just barely try and run over that. Doesn't quite see the tip of the rifle there from the Tejo in the corner. It's going to be Clippy falling here. Even if he did see it, would have been very tricky with two of them. Kind of having an angle on him at the same time here. Now 4-1. Lander even more in the lead. I'm not meaning to look at Breach's butt there. That's just where the camera put it. I promise, folks. Seeing Lander maybe look to go mid. Whisper hearing some footsteps, but not realizing that they had not quite pushed up yet. Doesn't really get any value out of that ult. Looks like they are starting to push all up into heaven here. Some also long. Claro using that one way. Another great pick. One still up here in heaven. Unfortunately, Clippy and Claro falling.
I know exactly where you
Bill Clinton and $19 left. That is the Cypher ultimate coming out. That lets Lander know where Center's members are. And they say, yeah, it's a 3v2. We know where they are. Let's just go over to A site.
30 seconds left.
$19 able to find himself a Phantom on the ground.
Planted.
And Center looking to play this very cautiously thus far. Lander members are split pretty far away from one another, but they know where Bill Clinton's at thanks to that tracker dart. Bill Clinton now pushing on up into heaven. $19 getting taken out, so it's just Bill Clinton. And although that breach is low, you know, three people with guns into one is going to be a little tricky. Footsteps certainly going to be audible here, dropping down there, starting to tease the defuse, but standing right out in the open. Certainly one of the people peeking there are going to be able to take him out. 1 to 5, still in favor of Lander University. Center needing one of these moments where they can start to shift that momentum, start to buy better guns, and it's just not quite happening yet. Bill Clinton, of course, could op here and not have to worry about spending that precious cash. Great opening pick from $19, making this a 4v5. You see that ultimate come out here from the breach. Does hit Bill Clinton, it looks like, but the rest of Center mostly safe here. Looks like the main front of this war is now up here in heaven. Skiza with the Phantom getting quite a lot. He has a 3-piece right now. Bill Clinton needing to look over here at the ramp allows Skiza to cross over, so Bill Clinton doesn't necessarily know which side of ramp he's on, and that means he could go all the way up to heaven. But a great pick here from Bill Clinton to finish that off, preventing what would have been an ace from Skiza. Turns it into a team ace for Center College, meaning each member of Center College secured themselves 1 kill.
That's a good spot.
Looks like we're going to see a mid push here from Lander. Clippy instantly getting smoked off here. It means they have a pretty good sense of where Lander is. Whisper going to go ahead and deploy that boom bot. It does see some people. They know where they're at. But not a whole lot Center can do quite yet until some of these smokes start to come down. Whisper does not have grenade available. They are grouped up right now, so it could do a lot. Drone is going to start to clear Whisper out of this, unfortunately. Does not get traded. But he's still in a pretty decent spot as they push in. Smoke starts to go down. Astra knows where he is. Peek in this corner. Gets the Astra, but doesn't get everything he wants. They're all up in heaven here. It's $19 left. Only one alive. Great patience there to kind of wait for the last one to come around that corner. Shooting a flash out here. Looks like the flash mostly hits the drone here. 1v3. Only 6 bullets in the gun. Somewhat risky reload here. There's a general sense of where they might be, but unless they kind of choose to peek out here, kind of a tricky spot. They maybe suspect he's in the smoke here. Excellent attempt here from $19. Played that very well, but not much you can do in that scenario. Now 2-6. Momentum still firmly on the side of Lander. Skiza especially. 19 kills is 19-3. This still great plays from Center College. There's moments that are looking close in here, but not quite as close as some of the ones in that first one.
You are divided.
Starting to push onto A here. But Bill Clinton and Claro with great opening shots.
I can't use that.
The wall is available here. Claro nearly taking out one more here, and now suddenly it's a 2v3. But look at the health pools. 1 HP for some of these folks from Lander. It's the Tejo and the Cypher are both very, very hurt. Bomb is now planted, but Center doesn't need a whole lot of bandage to take this. Get them all down to 1 health, but it's not necessarily about the damage a lot of the times. It's about the, the kill thresholds. And with 3 bodies alive, regardless of the health, that was tricky for Center there. Excellent job to Lander to, let the guy who still has health left be the one to sponge the shots. They continue to maintain their lead here. Looking at ults, they're going to have a few more available to them in this fight than Center will. Bill Clinton pushed up quite a lot. Able to TP out here, but really, really tricky spot to be. All this util coming in, and it's just him on this site. Now we're starting to see others from Center College push in, but doesn't quite happen in time to save Bill Clinton. $19 though, maybe able to avenge him, if not save him. Looking for some shots from the Sheriff, able to transition over to this Guardian here. Whisper, excellent shots here. That's going to make this a 2v1. Bomb is not down. So Center has Spike. They don't know where this Astra is. Astra, of course, is Brad. Brad looks like they're coming on up into heaven. And Brad's having to play this very careful. Does not know where Center's players are. Again, Spike's still down. Sounds like we hear the footsteps of someone dropping. Just based off those footsteps, Center able to get a win. Not just any win, a thrifty win. They went into it with a pretty major economic disadvantage. Now, fully able to afford these rifles. I mean, this could be the start. Be the start of the comeback for your Center Colonels here. We shall see. But Skiza still on the board with this 23 kills. Really some astounding pressure. Hearing some mid, but there's also some B main as well. Looks like some grenades are traded. We're taking a little bit of damage from that nade. They are no longer are they mid, and Center's still expecting them to be there. But they're taking their sweet time to kind of push out of what is eventually going to be B main here. One way is up here for center. They're all still here on B site. Not sure if they have the flashes and other util to start peeking it. Center peeking them a little bit. Looks like center is all gonna leave and actually walk over to A site, but they are not there. Not any presence on A. Not any presence on A. $19 still here on B site.
Go ahead, dig standing ground.
Just a little bit of time left. We are going to see them come in on B here. Oh, $19 nearly able to peek that and prevent the spike from going down. It's now a 3v4 with spike down. Center's the one needing to make the move here. Really some kind of crazy mind games there in terms of, you know, will they rotate, will they hit? Sort of tricked just with their silence. A lot of center to rotate over to A. But Bill Clinton with a 4-piece, able to save what could have been a very disastrous round here for Center College, and that's going to let them keep maintaining some momentum. It's now 2 rounds in a row for Center College. This is the last round in the swap, or last round before we swap over sides here. So Center can spend as much money as they have. True, of course, for Lander. Looks like we're seeing a Spectre here from Lander, so last round maybe has hurt them in their bank accounts. And they are stacked up here on A site once again. We've got Bill Clinton holding an angle with the op here. $19 holding an angle with the outlaw. Opting to TP out of that. A lot of patience being shown here from Lander. We saw it last round. We're seeing it this round. They are not making noise. Maybe trying to bait center to rotate once again in a way that's going to be disadvantageous for them. Or maybe waiting for center to be the aggressors. Center so aggressive in those early rounds. That's going to be Bill Clinton with a collat. Taking out 2 with a single shot. Incredible, you know, bullet efficiency here from Bill Clinton. Buy one, get one free. Clippy able to take one out in mid. An excellent start to this round for Center College. There's just 2 left. They still have Spike with them. Especially with Clippy's positioning. Center could catch them if they go sewers. Bill Clinton able to catch them if they go A main. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to take them out here, but $19, you know, has a sniper rifle of his own. Is going to be able to peek this if they go on up into heaven. Looks like they are. Gets a great pick there. One left here. It is the Tejo, Royalis, and Claro able to take them out.
Switching sides.
Five to 7 here, but with some momentum for center in terms of the last few rounds, but all that gets reset in terms of the econ, in terms of the guns and things like that as we swap the rounds. So center here with, you know, back on pistol round. Bill Clinton with a great opening pick here using the Sheriff. Looks like they're coming on through into vents. Doesn't know what type of presence there is or isn't up in heaven on A. Looks like they're just making noise though. Center not actually opting to go vents. Just making some noise. They are up here in hookah, or heaven, not hookah, sorry. Now right above Clippy.
Last player
Very
standing.
tricky spot to be Clippy. It's just $19 left alive for Center College. He is up in heaven and gets gunned down with the classic. Defuse coming out. That's going to be a round win for Lander. Now 5-8. Another pistol round win. If you know things about pistol round, folks, winning that first round is it's not a guarantee, but it's a strong likelihood for Lander to take this second one as well. With that economic advantage. Not what you want to see if you're Center College starting to mount that comeback. You really want each one of these rounds to be impactful for you. Center aggressing onto B site here. $19 able to enter all the way onto the back of site here and take out Skis. Skis, of course. That's the guy you want to take out. Claro getting taken out, I believe, in mid. $19 maybe looking to meet her here. We'll see how aggressively they swing one another. It looks like the Bulldog is able to best the Stinger here. 3v3. Low health bars on both sides. Now 3-2. But Center can't take a whole lot of hits here.
Last player standing.
Clippy. Some decent damage, it looks like. And the defuse is starting to come out. The Center, no. Doesn't quite have that bullet penetration with that particular weapon, the Spectre. And that is going to be a defuse successfully completed from Ryalis on the side of Lander. Still well played from Center College. Able to do pretty well on that round despite the economic disadvantage. And now Center able to afford these rifles. Looks like they're definitely going B site here. We'll see if we split that between mid and B proper. Lippy pushing up aggressively, making some sound and some presence here on vents. This time we'll see if Center actually goes vents. Very unfortunate here. $19 getting taken out so quick on vents. Puts Clippy in a weird spot too, to maybe need to be pushing two, but some great patience from Clippy. But ends up stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Now 3-4. But Center, their full presence here on B site, and Lander is nowhere to be seen. Most of them going to come fully from their spawn here on defense. Whisper might be able to meet them, but it looks like they're all going to go on up into heaven. This means that Whisper could maybe flank around them, but he doesn't necessarily know that no one else is there from CT to meet him. Claro with a great couple of picks here. If Whisper is able to get up into heaven, this could be very huge. Excellent shot, excellent second shot. That's Whisper clutching this round up. Absolutely massive. It's far from tying things up, but it is a start. Going to give Center some momentum here. Just a little bit closer here. Looks like they're going B yet again. No ults available for either team quite yet, but some could come online this round. Until coming out, Clippy with a great opening kill here. A lot of Lander around this right side. See if we're going to be able to clear them out or not. Trades come out, but Center on top here. That's not a trade out, actually. Clippy able to take out yet another one. It's a three-piece for Clippy. Whisper climbing up on the rope there, finishing things off, taking out Skiza. Huge shift in momentum here. And there we see it, folks. And there's the timeout once again. Timeout almost done here. We will see what the teams have opted to do based on their discussions. Looks like center choosing to go over to A site. And we're seeing actually a very aggressive looking push into mid here, starting to come out from Lander, but of course none of center is there to meet them in mid, but we could see some crazy stuff with them, you know, rotating around through sewers or something like that. Of course, Bill Clinton, Claro have great utility behind them to make sure that center can see a push from sewers coming. Looks like they're going to come through vents and come on up into heaven. That's a whole awful lot of them in here. Center's sort of all down here on site. They have site control, they have bomb down, but they don't necessarily have a lot of space under their control. Clippy kind of put in a tricky spot here. Just 2 left alive for center. $19 and Ryalis about to have a pretty epic duel here. Unfortunately going in favor of Ryalis. It's just Claro left alive. And that is going to be another round win for Lander University. But an excellent effort there from Center College there. We see, I mean, look how low these health bars are.
Weapon here.
Very, very close round here. A thrifty win for Lander, so real good for the bank account. Center full buying here again, it looks like, maybe with the exception of Clippy. It looks like Whisper going to be able to spot him the extra cash. Center going A once again. No crazy mid push here from Lander this time. Maybe a subtle normal mid push. Claro pushing out into mid from sewers, maybe looking to get some contact, get some intel. Just lurking a little bit. Center playing much more patient than they have in some of these other rounds. Unfortunately, Claro getting taken out on his little solo recon mission there. And Center not yet taking over site yet in the process. Don't see the Cypher, but they know that a lot of his utility is here on the site. $19. Maybe having to duel up here in vents. Actually, TPs to back site. Skiza takes him out. The rest of Lander starting to push on up into heaven here. Center planning, taking control of the site. But again, they're in a similar spot where they don't necessarily have that much space. Only a limited number of angles and hidey spots that they actually control. And Alt's coming out to ensure the kill onto Bill Clinton there. That's going to be 7-11 here once this defuse comes out.
Team Ace.
7-11 gas station Slurpee. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't. I'm very tired. It's been a long day. Another match after this. Looks like center grouping up to maybe go mid, maybe go B. $19. Gonna go ahead and alt here. Alt, of course, giving him that invulnerability in this to maybe be able to push right on through vents and join center in mid. Able to scope out that Astra. Maybe even able to find this Tejo. Just barely makes it work. Pretty interesting interaction there. Ooh, Whisper coming in, but not able to clear that left corner yet. Means he doesn't get the value out of the ultimate, but Center's still up in the fight. Very, very good picks, the ones that do come out. Just 2 left. Center knows where they are, thanks to that Cypher ult. Clippy playing patient. They know where Clippy is. Clippy knows where they are. Playing a little bit around this corner here. But, you know, Clippy doesn't have to fight this necessarily.
No peeking.
Center, you know, having bomb down. Ooh, unfortunately gets shot through the smoke. She's hit so much, this Astra. They might not even look to fight this here. They don't. Gonna go ahead and let the bomb explode on this one. We'll see if $19 can get an additional pick. Rather, the opposite happens, and he gets taken out. Kind of walking through this smoke by Skiza. That brings the Skiza tally of kills up to 30. Quite crazy. Yet another timeout here coming for Lander here. I believe this is the last timeout available to them. Timeout is ending here. Only 5 seconds left. Center pushing A once again. It's like $19 dropping some pings onto the map. Maybe indicating where a lineup for the clone will be. Pushes all the way into backside. There's no one quite here yet, but successfully able to clear it. Of course, Skiza is here, not far. Whisper going to try and clear him out. Does push him away, but does not secure any picks on him by any means. $19 now successfully has made some good space for Center College here. Almost takes out Skiza. And of course, looking at the scoreboard again, that's the guy to beat. That's the guy to take out if you're Center College. He's down to like 1 health here. $19 able to take him out through the wall. Absolutely massive here for Center College. Fortunately, Clippy falling. Things kind of even up in terms of numbers here. Whisper falling as well, but Bill Clinton evening it up yet again. $19 now pushing back with the rest of his teammates. So Center, not with really any space here, but the bomb slowly ticking along here. Looks like it is going to explode. Not great for Center in terms of econ in some ways. Going to lose those rifles. But still good for Center to be able to have won yet another round. They kind of need to win almost everything from here on out. If they lose 2, then that's it. Nine to 11. Looks like Center maybe going to push out into mid here. Well, $19. He looks to TP into back sight. $19. 2 incredible picks here. Clippy going to pop ult here on Clove. Needs to try and get a pick early to you know, get that second life. But in any case, still pushing in, getting some extra pressure, making that life worth it. I am now looking at the enemy team again. Whoopsie.
Who's next?
Using that Tejo abilities. I don't know what they do. He's too new. I haven't played this game in a very long time. Bill Clinton getting taken out by the Astra. It's just $19 left. Quite a reversal. Maybe it was because of that Tejo ability that I don't know what it does. Maybe that did something. $19 gets some good shots, but doesn't quite take Skiza out. 2 low health bars from Lander here, but that's going to bring them into match point.
Match point.
Time for Center College to clutch up here. Backs really are against the wall. We're going to see ultimates available as well for Lander. Center not quite able to full buy here. It is a scary spot to be. Center in a similar position in the last map and was able to at least bring things a little bit closer. So being under pressure here, Center could still make something happen. $19 once again. Man of action here, pushing into backside. Unfortunately gets taken out. And the rest of Center kind of patiently waiting behind. Going to be a little bit of a problem without having the full team here. Whisper and Clippy both still on A. Seeing a very big rotation here from Claro and Bill Clinton, but neither of them have spikes, so even if they do start to take B, it's not going to do a whole lot. Center's so split up here, and the timer is starting to run out. Lander not changing their positions one bit on this. Now looking like they're actually going to be coming down mid. Unfortunately, yet another pick comes out. Bill Clinton able to take out Brad, but now it is a 2v1. Let's see if we can get a nice pick, nice headshot on to that raise here. Maybe starting to even things up here, but Center is going to have to choose wisely between these two sites. They are selecting the one that has potentially two people able to act on it. Setting up that trip. Center going to need to plant. Whisper looks like going to be able to successfully plant. That is pretty big for Center College here. But unfortunately, Whisper getting taken out. It's just Bill Clinton, only 55 health left. They know where he is, and that's going to be it. GG's to Lander University. Set up to 13.
Defenders win.
That will be the end of the series. Very close one, though, in terms of the scoreboards on both of these rounds. Certainly nothing to scoff at, but we'll see just how absolutely incredible Skiza from Lander was. I don't remember what the stats on Skiza were in that first map, but certainly made a huge impact here as an individual on this second one. Yeah, pretty even kill lines for a lot of Center's members. Well played, yeah, GG's to Lander. An additional Valorant match on Sunday evening. That'll likely be at 7 o'clock. And of course, in about 10 minutes here, we're going to boot up a match of Overwatch. Very, very busy week here for Center Esports. Of course, League of Legends tomorrow as well. So I hope you will tune in for the many streams ahead. Thank you all for watching this one.